So in 2008, they adopted a baby girl, just 2 days old, and she was their everything. They were overjoyed to have their baby. But soon after they brought their baby girl home, Valerie got a phone call that would change everything. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
How are ya?
Feeling cozier now that for you YouTubers, I'm in my the best sweatshirt.
Oh yeah.
Which isn't we got to make a new one of those. But we do have a new sweatshirt on our website. We have a little bit more merch.
A little bit more merch. Since the
more to come.
Yeah, more
obviously.
to come. Yeah. I don't know what I was going to say with whatever. So go check it out.
And I also, just at the top, we are recording our bonus episodes for you patrons and Apple subscribers. We'll getting to them this week, I promise. I am now on that weekly chemo life, which usually I worked during chemo. And this time they shoot me up with some Benadryl that could take down a horse during this treatment. I mean, it hits like morphine. So I'm like, I fall right asleep.
They gave you the turbo Benadryl.
Turbo. Like I was like, oh my God, Barrett, where am I going into surgery? What am I getting surgery on today?
Great.
I just passed right out. So that's not helpful for my episodes. So we are pressing to get that done. You know,
it's not usually the first bonus is around the third week. And this month is a doozy because everyone's going to get a bonus episode on Halloween, October 31st. And then patrons and Apple subscribers, depending on the tier, you'll get your bonus. And top tier, actually, October 31st, you're going to get two then. You're getting two that day.
Because we release our bonus episode on the last day of the month. But that's
right.
Everyone's getting an additional. So you'll get two on the last day of the month. That's crazy.
The end of October is going to be crazy for PAT Dub listeners.
I know, and that's on a Friday, and then Sunday scary. So we have a lot to record,
God,
and chemo is getting in the way.
To do chemo, back up. I'm just kidding. No, stay put. That's priority. We are recording the bonus this week. The first bonus, we'll get the rest. Don't worry. We gotcha.
Yeah.
Actually, one other thing, just kind of going back to the website. I've for now hidden custom shout outs on the website because we got like a slew of them all at once. So if you have not heard yours yet, you're still welcome to check in to make sure we got it. We very likely have gotten it. We're still reading some that we've gotten in August. So I hit it because we only read one per episode. So we just have a backlog. So that's why we're a few weeks out if you have just submitted yours, but it's hidden for now so we can catch up. Cause I don't want, months to go by and people are like, wait, I bought something, whatever. Y'all get it. Mm-hmm. And then lastly, one other thing, we were gifted a book written by one of our best and oldest friend's cousin, Chris Sherrill. It's called Even Steven. It's about a revenge serial killer who breaks out of prison and starts his spree all over again. And the detective who is on the case and all of the reviews. We were given it. We got it like 2 days ago. So I'm not ready yet, but all the reviews are like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Page turner, twist and turns. Like I am so amped to read it. So
me too.
Check it out. It's called Even Steven. It's by Chris Sherrill, Birmingham native. What up, homie?
What up?
I'm so amped on it. So I just wanted to shout that out. Okay. Now, without further ado, I don't know what I'm calling this yet. So whatever. I'm just going to jump right in.
Is it particularly gruesome? Just let me know. Do I need to take a little bite of a gummy or something? Get this nausea underway or what?
Oh, you certainly can for fun. No, it's not gruesome at all.
And I am sorry about my voice is deeper because apparently my friend Melaine told me that when you get your lymph nodes out, it might affect your voice. I've been doing some lemon water, but not this week and I haven't. So it's back to being deeper and raspier than Rach is. We'll get through it. Okay, enough
We'll get
small
through it.
talk. Thanks,
Yeah.
Melaine, for the tip of lemon.
Thanks, Maine. You rocked
God,
it.
you rocked it.
Mine
Really
may
did
be
help.
raspy too because I kind of have a sore throat, but it's okay.
Here we go.
Y'all probably don't notice.
Y'all probably don't care.
No, so this one's not too gruesome. You're welcome to take a gummy. I always find that that's enjoyable. But it's just one it's really sad. And I was just floored. There's thing after thing, bomb drop that I was like, oh my God, it never ends. So stick with it till the end. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
Sources. An article by Stephanie Clifford on the Marshall Project website, CBS News, a bunch of Houston Chronicle articles, and court documents.
Okay.
On March 27th, 2017, police in Houston, Texas received a call about a dead body lying in a pool of blood on the ground outside of an upscale condominium complex. There were no witnesses, but they knew exactly who it was, and this would be the end to a batshit and really sad story.
Okay.
So I'm going to start from the beginning.
Let's do it.
Valerie McDaniel was born in 1969 in Houston, Texas. She had a sister named Angela, and her parents, Don and Carol Ann Busick or Busick. I'm not totally sure, actually. Because she from henceforth will go by Valerie McDaniel. So, but her parents were both psychologists who had a very successful practice together. And this is an unrelated sidebar already.
Okay.
But in 2016, both of her parents were charged with falsifying mental health evaluations for police officers. The case, I know, the case made headlines and forced a ton of Houston area agencies to retest their officers. I don't know what the
that is
benefit.
So shady.
Why
falsifying? Say it again.
Falsifying mental health evaluations for police officers. So they were saying like, yeah, they're good when they weren't, I guess, really doing the evaluations. So all these agencies had to go back and retest everyone. And Don and Carol Ann, who were both 67 at the time, both pleaded guilty to evidence tampering and received 10 years probation. They surrendered their licenses and just quietly retired. Isn't that weird?
Oh my God, that is so screwed up.
I mean, I've never heard of that. I don't understand.
The cop has to have an evaluation. They found some shady ass psychiatrist to
what
say,
benefit is that?
Maybe it's a friend of a friend. Maybe they're paying them a little. I really want to be a cop, but I have fantasies of having sex with dead bodies. Can you help me out here? Here's a little money. And they'll probably be like, yeah, they're good to go.
Oh,
You know?
See, the first part of that cut out a little bit. So I was like, wait, what are you saying?
Did you get it?
Yeah, I got it now. Thanks. Yeah, I guess. It sounded
Maybe it's a friend of their uncles who they play poker with. You never know. This.
Sure. It seemed like a lot of police officers, but okay. Anyway, this has nothing to do with the story. Valerie and her sister were both well into adulthood at that time, but still, I mean, it had to be said.
Yes, absolutely. That is so screwed up. And we always wonder how dirty cops get through. That's how.
I know. Cue us in previous episodes being like, don't they do a mental evaluation?
Right.
Yeah. Yes, they do. They should.
Wow.
Anyway, Valerie was very sweet. She loved animals, probably more than people, which duh. Who doesn't? Her dream was to be a veterinarian. So she worked. Yeah, there it is.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Every victim we've had in the past few weeks, their dream was to be a veterinarian.
Right. So with that dream, she worked very hard in school, and she was even valedictorian of Episcopal High School when she graduated in 1987.
Okay.
She was also like really cool. Someone said she was like
great,
like the cool chick, kind of punk, 80s.
Well, a well-rounded girl.
That's right. After high school, she went to Texas A&M University and studied veterinary medicine. Did I say it?
Say veterinarian. No. Just say it like your Alabama self. Veterinarian.
All right, veterinarian. I just didn't want whatever. We're past it. What episode is this? We're pushing 200 almost. Y'all got it. And that's where she met fellow vet student Mac McDaniel. Mac was good-looking, confident, charming, smart, and shared her love for animals, obviously. So she was smitten, as was he. They both graduated from A&M and moved back to Houston. Ultimately, they got engaged, and in 1997, they got married. Not long after they got married, Valerie started her own practice and named it Montrose Veterinary Clinic. She ran the clinic while Mac handled the business side. So I guess he didn't end up becoming a vet, but he did the business side of things, and it was very successful. By the early 2000s, it was one of the busiest vet clinics in Houston, and I'm pretty sure it's open today. I Googled it, and it was open.
Wow. That's a big ass city to be the top.
Yeah, they did
That's
very
great.
well.
Yeah.
They even bought a waterfront property on Tiki Island in Galveston, where Valerie
I don't
loved.
know anything about Houston, so that
I know.
Okay.
I know. I don't either.
Except that it's 4 Atlantas. That was always the stat I was told. So I'm like, oh, damn, that's a big city.
That's
I
big,
knew it was
and
big.
it's
That's all I got.
very spread out,
Mm-hmm.
from what I understand. Never been there, to be honest. But they have a waterfront house on Tiki Island that Valerie especially loves spending time there.
Mm-hmm.
So by the early 2000s, they were secure in their career and their finances, and they were eager to start a family. Sadly, they could not conceive. So in 2008, they adopted a baby girl, just 2 days old, and she was their everything. They were overjoyed to have their baby.
Mm-hmm.
But soon after they brought their baby girl home, Valerie got a phone call that would change everything. A woman she didn't know called Valerie at the clinic and told her that Mac was cheating on her, and she knew it because she was one of the women he was sleeping with. One of. I know. Then the woman on the phone gave her a list of other women he was sleeping with, one of whom was one of her best friends.
Oh my God.
The best friend, and the number of women on the list was shocking, but the cheating itself, not so much.
Ugh.
I know. Valerie had told some of her friends that she had a feeling he was cheating. I mentioned before she loved going to their house on Tiki Island, but friends would later say that she loved hosting people. Like they would go on the weekends, but Mac was never, ever there. He was just never around. Anytime they came over the house for dinner, whatever, he was just never there. He usually said he was going hunting, but Valerie didn't always buy that. She was skeptical of it. They just leave. It seemed like they led 2 separate lives.
Yeah.
She also
and
told
was this
friends,
post baby or pre baby? And it takes a real dirtbag to cheat on your wife with a 2-day-old baby or a infant baby.
Very young baby. Yes.
Yeah.
She also told friends that she felt unloved. And she'd often, when they're all together, she'd often get like a call or text from Mac that ended in her crying or really upset. Like it had been falling apart for a little while, but this phone call at the clinic solidified it.
Yeah.
Valerie rushed home and confronted Mac. And at first he denied it, of course, but came clean. I mean, there was no denying it. He promised it would never happen again. He was crying. We'll fix it. He was very charming, like I said, and he convinced her to stay. And with a brand new little baby and a thriving business together, they opened it together. She wanted to try to make it work. So she forgave him.
Right.
It wasn't long, though, before she caught him cheating again. And this time, oof. I wish I had more details about this. I can't find any. But I do know this. They're at home, and she went to bed and woke up to hear him in the next room with someone. So I don't know if it was like another friend they had over for dinner, and then I don't know, or he snuck a stranger in after she went to bed, but she woke up and heard them and was irate, obviously. She ran out there, and in her words, rage took over, as it should.
Mm-hmm.
This was the first time she said the word divorce, and she said it loud and over and over and over, yelled it at him. Mm-hmm. Yet again, though, he convinced her to stay, and they started counseling, and she forgave him, gave him another chance, but it was just, the marriage was too far gone. It was not going to work. Isn't that awful?
I have so many questions about that I know you can't answer. But I'm like, why did you have someone over not liking it? Why?
I'm guessing it's sneaking. I don't know.
I know it's a sneak. It couldn't go to her place. You really kicked
your
the
baby's
girl while
asleep?
she's down. Now she has to hear y'all have sex with our baby asleep.
Yeah.
Couldn't you have go outside? I mean, I know the biggest thing is cheating, but don't bring a woman into my house if you're.
I know.
Especially when you've already been caught. Why
I
didn't you go
know.
to her place? I just so many questions.
I have
Dirtbag.
questions. I want to know what the woman did. Did she know her? Was it a stranger? Did she run out? Did she question why this guy was being like, don't make a fucking peep? You know?
Mm.
Finally, in 2014, Valerie filed for divorce after 17 years of marriage. That was like really the straw.
Yeah.
She did try to
I'm
forgive him, but
sure.
it just did not. It did not work.
It comes to a point where divorce is an option. And you're like, meh, okay. I tried.
Yeah.
I did my best. I can say so. You
Yeah.
can't say the same. So bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So now in her mid-40s, she was focused on the clinic and being a good mom to their 6-year-old daughter, which they shared custody after the divorce.
Mm-hmm.
She moved into a very nice high-rise in Houston called the Willowick, but she was lonely. She really wanted a partner.
Sure.
She missed it. That same year, Valerie's divorce attorney, who also happened to be her neighbor, her name's Golda Jacob, introduced her to her son, Leon Jacob. Now, about Leon. Leon Jacob was born in 1977 in Houston, Texas, so he was about 9 years younger than Valerie. He was the oldest of 3 kids, and they lived in the River Oaks neighborhood of Houston, which is apparently a big deal. Our friend Mal said it's a very nice part of Houston. Again, what do I know? That's why I have to defer to Mal.
Right.
His father was an orthopedic surgeon, and his mother, Golda, was a prominent divorce attorney, like I said. So they were well off, needless to say. Nice house, nice cars, condo in Vail, all of it.
Nice.
Yeah. Leon really looked up to his father, and his life was turned upside down when he was 13 years old, and he was at home with his dad. They were the only two there, and his dad collapsed from a heart attack and died right in front of him.
Oh.
Leon, isn't that awful?
Yeah.
Leon called 911, but it was too late. And when the paramedics got there, he dragged his father's body out of the bedroom closet where it was so EMTs could get to him.
No.
Isn't that?
Oh.
I'm guessing that was on his own will and not the direction of the EMTs.
No, I'm sure not.
I don't know. This poor kid. So obviously this had a huge effect on him. And because of this, he carried a lot of guilt that he didn't do enough to save him. Like maybe if he called 911 sooner, he would have survived, which is so sad and not true. It was a massive heart attack. It was fast.
Right.
There was nothing he could have done, but that is how sad. 2 years later, when Leon was 15 years old, he left home and started.
2 years later than that?
Yeah, 15.
He was 13 when he did that? 13 when he found it? Or when his dad died in front of him?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God. I don't know why I had 17 in my head. My brain just doesn't work sometimes. Wow. That is, okay. Either way is sad, but that is horrifying.
Yeah, he was 13 years old.
Oh, baby.
I know. So 2 years later, when he was 15, he left home and started attending Phillips Exeter Academy, which is a very prestigious boarding school in New Hampshire.
Yes, it is.
Very world-renowned, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
At Exeter, he played soccer and golf. He had a bunch of friends. One of his friends said that as kids going to boarding school, everyone had their kind of emo moments, like where they're sad or homesick. Mm-hmm. But not Leon. He said he was always happy and chipper and excited to see everyone.
Good for him.
He graduated in 1995 and went on to the University of Texas in Austin, where he met Annie Morrison. They would go on to get married in 2001, and Leon followed in his dad's footsteps of going to med school to become a surgeon. I think he always wanted to do that, but then when his dad died, he was like, damn it, I'm going to do it.
Right.
And Annie went to law school, so I didn't even put it together at first, but until I was typing it, I was like, oh, just like his parents. So she's an attorney. He's going to be a surgeon.
He's following in his dad's footsteps.
Quite literally.
Marrying an attorney. He's becoming a surgeon. That's, nice.
Yeah. He graduated from med school in 2005, and they moved to New York City for his residency. After residency in New York, they spent the next few years kind of moving to different cities. They went to Houston for a few years. Then he got a job at Northside Hospital in Ohio. Then they moved to Pittsburgh. And in the midst of all this, they had 2 little boys born in 2009 and 2012. But the marriage was falling apart. It was a lot. A lot of stress. So in 2013, they got divorced. And the following year, he left Pittsburgh and moved back to Houston in 2014, where he stayed with his mom, Golda, until he could find a place for himself, which is when he met Valerie.
Okay.
So Golda introduces them, and at first, Valerie's not impressed. She said, he was the cockiest motherfucker I'd ever met. That was a direct quote.
Uh-huh. I can see it. I mean, think.
I know.
Not to be judgmental, but
Sure.
to be judgmental, really.
But to be a little
Just kidding.
judgmental.
No.
Yeah. Well,
Stereotyping the F out of them, but
yeah.
Exeter, the whole thing.
The whole thing. Valerie at that point was 45 years old. And again, he's like 9 years younger. So he was 36, 37. She was just meh, not impressed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But he was smitten, and eventually he won her over, and she started loving his company. They just like hung out more, became friends. She loved talking to him. She said he just made her feel happy. And she said the first night, I believe it was the first night they went to Pound Town. It was the most passionate and romantic moment of her life.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Get it, girl.
Get it, girl. Everything was great until Friday, March 10th, 2017. Oh, maybe that's why you thought 17 before.
Oh, probably.
So now it's back to 2017. So they had been dating for about 3 years, 2-3 years.
Should we cut us like, oh, I can see him being cocky at Exeter and all that. Since we did so much on the rich kids at Alex Kelly's.
I don't know. We'll see. Around 3 a.m., there's a knock on the door at the condo. Valerie jumps up to get it, careful not to wake Leon or her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And she looks out the peephole, and it's a bunch of cops.
Oh.
She's like, the fuck? So she lets them in, and they break the news to her that her ex-husband, Mac, was found dead. Worse, he was found murdered.
Ooh.
There's body cam footage of all of it, and she's in absolute shock. She's like moving slow. She immediately sits down, starts crying. She's like, oh my God, my daughter's asleep right here.
Yeah.
She's going to be fatherless. Like, what the fuck are we going to do? Her daughter's 9 at this point.
Oh.
Just awful. So she goes to wake up Leon, and he sits next to Valerie on the couch, like in complete disbelief. They said it appeared to be a carjacking gone wrong. Like he was found in his car.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, Leon is thinking, perfect. It worked.
I saw that coming, actually.
Well, there's a few bomb drops coming up at you. He has a secret. He already knew that Mac was dead because he had seen the picture of the bloody crime scene hours before this, before the cops.
Mm-hmm.
And Max was not the only murder he carried out that day.
Oh, no.
Now, that's reversing. We're laying a peel. We're getting the fuck out of here because we got to go in reverse.
We're pulling a Yui.
We're pulling a U. Let's go back and chat about Leon and his life leading up to this in a bit more detail. Okay. This is when it...
Oh, shit. Am I going to get on one?
Yes, and I cannot wait.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
Okay. Because you still want to cut what you said before?
God,
you may want to put a pin in that.
I guess I'm good.
Like I said, Leon grew up rich. He did watch his dad die. That was all. That
you
all
already
happened.
told the story.
I know. I'm saying that's all. I mean, that's horrible.
No, yeah, that is horrible.
After that, he did dream of following in his dad's footsteps of becoming a surgeon. The problem
but
was,
he opted for murderer instead.
Mm-hmm. The problem was, though, he was a bit of a dipshit. And I'm going to tell you why. Classmates at Exeter remembered, this is just a couple of examples.
I'm already pissed that dipshits can get into Exeter. So let's just go.
I'm telling you, this is shocking. Okay. Classmates at Exeter remembered once Leon was talking about a girl in Spain that he was trying to impress. So he told her how much he loved the beaches of Madrid. One of the guys pointed out that Madrid does not have beaches. It's very much landlocked. Cities can have beaches.
I mean, cities can
smack in the middle of Spain.
I know, but when me and Barrett talk about going to Europe, I'm like beach or city, like what I'm doing, landlocked or yeah,
right. Well, they were like, no, I hope you didn't tell her that because Madrid does not have beaches. And Leanne said, this is how he replied, I'm just not good at geometry. Oof.
Oof. Wow. Math and geography taking a serious hit today in your story.
All the classmates he was talking, all his friends he was talking to looked like the little girl in the car seat with the teeth who's just looking around like, oh God. Oof.
Oh my God.
He also submitted a paper his junior year of high school that started with I believe, but it wasn't I believe as in BELIEVE. It was IBE space LEAVE. I believe.
Oh my God.
They're like,
he's never read a book. I mean,
can we speak to admissions? Who let this kid in?
God, his parents are rich, huh?
Yes, they are. They probably have the Leon Jacob Hall at Exeter as we speak. They must. Because what are we doing?
I'm so interested in reading any of his papers.
Oh my God. I wish they were published. I would just read them all right now. That would be it. Okay, so then he somehow made it through that, graduated, went to the University of Texas. Again, how? Like someone asked him how to find the circumference of a circle. His brain will explode. He'll turn around and sprint as hard as he can the other way.
Ask him what the capital of Texas is. Let's see.
They're like, well, here's a hint. You're standing in it. And he says, I'm not good at geometry.
And he says, I don't know. Science isn't my thing.
Oh, right angles and all that nonsense. Sounds crazy.
This is nuts already.
But I know. Even with all this, he still managed to be the most arrogant and entitled asshole on the planet. He had a horrible temper. He talked down to everyone, especially women. To him, all women were dumber than he was. And I'm like,
and he has an attorney as a mother?
Yeah, and a surgeon as a father. And he's saying that women are beneath him and they're dumber than him. I'm like, you eat soup with a fork, brother.
Right. We could throw a tennis ball in the interstate and you'd go after it.
Oh my God.
Wow. I am flabbergasted.
Okay. So after Texas,
but I'm just saying, because his dad died when he was 13, he majority grew up with his mom, who is a strong kind of hard ass.
Yeah, she is.
She was like a badass divorce attorney. Like, you got to be, that was your role model growing up. What do you mean women are beneath you and dumber than you? I know. Screw off. That woman sent you to Exeter and the University of Texas. Do not think you got there with your own intellect.
Because you didn't. You definitely did not. I know. And he has a sister.
I believe in this podcast studio.
I believe in.
If you say one more thing to piss me off, Rach.
Then maybe we should end it here. So med school. So he graduates from Texas again. What?
Oh my God.
And off to med school. But you notice I didn't say where he went to med school.
Well, I didn't notice you said MCAT. So what?
Well, he couldn't get in anywhere in the States. So he went to med school in the Caribbean, in Grenada, which I'm not knocking. It's a legitimate school, but you cannot argue that that's usually the move people make when they don't get into the med school in the States.
Right.
It's a fallback.
Sure.
It is. So after med school, his career got off to a rocky start, if you can believe it.
Oh no, why? Did a patient come in complaining of migraines and he put a cast on their leg?
Yes, actually.
Yeah, it's confusing.
When I talked about he and Annie moving from New York to Houston to Ohio to Pittsburgh, that's because he was kicked out of 4 residency programs. 4. The hospital in New York ended up saying he was a potential threat to patients. Not what you want to hear. And a surgeon.
No.
At one point, he left a patient unattended after surgery, just never came back, abandoned him. That resulted in an emergency reintubation, which is, I think, when The trachea tube had to go back in after it was already removed, which is extremely dangerous.
Ooh.
I don't know much on the matter at all, but apparently that's bad, very bad.
Ooh, God.
During a
But
hernia.
did you say the type of surgeon?
No, I sure didn't.
Oh.
I sure didn't, because he's
Okay.
no type of surgeon.
Oh, God.
During a hernia operation, because he failed miserably. I mean, I'm going through the list. During a hernia operation, the real surgeon told the Marshall Project, quote, "This is unbelievable." Okay, this is what he said. "I directed Dr. Jacob to not push on it with a finger, and I could not stop him before he pushed his finger into it, the hernia. It perforated the bowel. He poked a hole in the bowel."
My
Who
God.
let this child in the OR?
I was about to say, it's like, keep your hands by your side.
Do not push it.
You're a
And he's like, but it looks
2-year-old.
squishy. I want to do it. Like,
Right.
and he did it. What? That was not in New York. That wasn't even the potential threat to the patients. That was in Ohio. So I don't know what happened in New York.
Wow.
A mess. At his other residences, he had a ton of complaints from nurses saying he was very condescending to them, obviously. I mean, if you're a woman nurse, it's 10 times worse if you're a woman, obviously.
Right.
You're so beneath him, he can't have anything to do with you. There are also complaints that he talked about the size of his penis. And he even asked someone, and I want to say it was his superior. It was not a nurse. He asked them if she'd make out with him.
Excuse me.
He is stunted. I don't know what the deal is.
Right.
So being a surgeon isn't going to work out, obviously.
No.
And his license is revoked. Thank God.
Thank God.
And that's what else. I mean, you already mentioned it. No, I never mentioned a specific type of surgeon. That's all he would ever tell anyone, is he was a surgeon, because he was jumping around all these residencies, not because he was switching specialties. He just kept getting kicked out. He didn't know what he was going to be, but he never made any of them. So so like in forums, someone would later say, like, they notice occupation, he'd just put surgeon. People are
But
like,
surely people are like, ask more questions.
And this and that.
Just general surgeon. I bet he would tell people, or he just, whatever.
Yeah. And this horror doesn't stop at the office. He was a monster at home, and I'll warn you, a bunch of domestic violence coming up. So skip ahead if you want. His ex-wife, Annie, said he was emotionally abusive at first, but it became physical very quickly. And the peak of his violence was when she was pregnant the second time.
Oh, God.
Once, when she was 7 months pregnant, he started beating her up, and she dropped to the ground, protecting her stomach as he kicked her.
Shut
in the
up.
back, arms,
Oh, he's
everywhere.
a monster.
Yeah. He would constantly threaten to punch her in the stomach. He screamed at her that if she ever left him, he would kill her, and that no one would find her body, because as a doctor, he had access to chemicals that could dissolve her body.
Ew, he is disgusting.
I know. On her birthday, she asked to sleep in after both kids were born. And Leon lifted up the mattress, so she dropped to the floor, then threw the mattress on top of her and said, "You can sleep there."
What?
On her birthday, she asked to sleep in, and that was the response.
Oh my God, grab that other baby and get the hell out of there.
He held a knife to her throat in front of their oldest son and threatened her. She called the cops, and he intimidated her into saying, like, "Sorry, never mind, misunderstanding." So the cops left, and then she really got it, which is awful. When they moved to Pittsburgh, it was for her job. He had already been kicked out of the residencies. He had no job. And she was an attorney for a pharmaceutical company. So he was just bebopping around Pittsburgh, being a loser, draining the money in their savings account, cheating on her. He was going to casinos. He took out like a $200,000 line of credit for what? Ew. Just to go get wasted at a casino while she worked, and paid for daycare and all that stuff.
Right. But at the same time, while she's doing all those things, supporting their entire life, I bet he hates that she's an independent, making her own money. Oh, God. This guy's a dick.
Yeah. She finally left him and took the kids and moved to Chicago, where her parents lived. But he just relentlessly texted, called, harassed. I mean, he would not leave her alone, so she started recording him. Meanwhile, he's back in Pittsburgh, still being a loser. He can't afford the place that he and Annie previously had together. So he moves into a hotel, and that's where he meets the assistant manager, 33-year-old Megan Vericus. Why can I not do that? Sorry. It's Megan Vericus.
Okay.
He told her that he was a surgeon at the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center, of course. The two started dating, and it got pretty serious. He even convinced her to move back to Houston with him in 2014, which she did. But when she did, it was back to the same violence that Annie saw.
Mm-hmm.
He would like throw her clothes off the balcony of their apartment during a fight.
Cliche.
Yeah, he threw a glass bottle at her. He threw wine in her face. And in addition to all that, like obviously beating her up, very violent.
Right.
He's a monster. I don't know what else to say.
Right.
After one bad fight, she packed up her stuff and left, telling him it was over. She filed assault charges and applied for an order of protection against him. Mm-hmm. While the application was pending, he'd show up at the hotel where she worked. He'd wait because she got a job in Houston at a hotel.
Yeah.
So he'd show up at the hotel. He'd wait for her in the parking lot. A coworker once found him hiding in the bushes, and he yelled at all the coworkers knew. So she yelled at him to leave her alone. They called the cops. He was arrested. He was banned from the property. I think they put her up in a hotel room, like just to keep her safe.
Yeah.
She was given the protective order, and in February 2017, Leon was charged with assault and stalking, and he had been arrested.
Mm-hmm.
He was going to go to court, and she was going to testify against him, which he told his bail bondsman that it would be a huge embarrassment to his family and his family's reputation. I'm like, dude,
you're already embarrassed. You've already embarrassed them.
You were an embarrassment the second you said you love the beaches of Madrid. It's another level. You're a liability. You're a menace to society. You're dangerous. An embarrassment.
And on top of that, yeah, you're an idiot. So
yeah,
you've been an embarrassment since day one, my friend.
Right. He got out of jail quickly and was furious. That's when he reached out to an acquaintance he knew named Taz. Taz had a criminal record, and I'm not 100% sure how they knew each other. I thought they met in jail, but another source said someone he knew through work introduced them, I believe. It's an acquaintance. They're not great friends, but they just knew each other. Mm-hmm. So he asked Taz if he could help get rid of an ex-girlfriend so she couldn't testify against him. And Taz said, sure, I know people. While Leon was awaiting trial for assault and stalking against Megan, he went to meet Taz and his PIC, partner in crime, mm-hmm. He went by A. He wouldn't tell him his name. We later know his name was Adam, but for now it's A.
Okay.
They meet at an Olive Garden to go over the plan
during lunch. This is one I know.
I'm like, is this right? Is it empty? Is that why? Uh-huh. No one's going to Olive Garden for lunch. What are we doing?
Okay. Anyway. Yeah. Okay. I do know this one. I just thought it was in Florida, but not everything you're telling me.
It adds up. Should be. Probably did happen in Florida to someone else.
Yeah, for sure.
The plan was to first kidnap Megan, bind her, do whatever they needed to do to force her out of town and back to Pittsburgh. If she didn't comply, then they could, quote, do what they had to do. Ooh. And while they're at it, he says, go ahead and kill Valerie's ex-husband, Mac. Mac wanted more custody. He was making life hard. He cheated on her a bunch. Do away with him. Again, he's very entitled, and it's worth noting that he went to this lunch wearing scrubs. So, must be Halloween. That's the Halloween angle of this story.
Oh, he's still playing a part.
He's still doing it. Mm-hmm. They agreed the payment would be $20,000 in cash and 2 Cartier watches. Days later, on March 9th, 2017, they texted Leon a picture of Megan. She's bound, gagged, sobbing, clearly in distress. Mm-hmm. They said in the picture, she's being uncooperative. Like, what do we do? And he said, do what you got to do.
Oh, my God.
Later that day, both jobs were done. A and Taz met with Leon. Adam, I'm just going to say Adam. And Taz met with Leon, showed him the pictures. Mac is lying dead, slumped over his steering wheel, blood everywhere, bullet in his head. That is gruesome, actually. Mm-hmm. I said it was not gruesome in the beginning, but maybe I'm saying that because I've seen it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Again, Megan, who had been held hostage and tortured, also now dead. Leon paid them the money, and then hours later at 3 a.m. on March 10th, 2017, the cops are there telling them that Mac is dead. There's no mention of Megan yet, but it's the weekend. It's Friday, so it would probably be Monday before she doesn't show up for work and is reported missing.
Mm-hmm.
Since it's a murder investigation, they want Leon and Valerie to come to the station. And remember, it's 3 a.m. It's in the middle of the night, and she's like, my daughter is asleep.
Yeah.
So they let Valerie go wake her up. And when they walk out into the hall, police tell Valerie to please hand her daughter off to Mac, who is standing right there. Because he is alive.
Come to me, baby girl. We're getting the fuck out of here.
One of the hitmen, Adam, or A, was actually Javier Duran, an undercover cop.
There you go.
Leon is arrested, and the reason they needed Valerie to hand her daughter off to Mac was because they needed to put handcuffs on her too, because she was in on it the whole time.
That's right. Yep.
She was at the Olive Garden lunch. When they came to confirm that the job was done and showed pictures, that was all at her condo. She paid money. She directed them at Olive Garden to take care of Mac as well. But I will say she was not the mastermind. Leon was fully. She was hesitant at first at that lunch. It's all online. But she's certainly, guilty.
Yeah, she's not innocent.
No.
And he's still being abusive to her, right? Like he said,
no.
To Valerie? No, he has not yet to.
Not that we know of. I mean, definitely emotionally, because her friends would say like she was isolated, controlling.
Yeah.
He didn't like her, but as far I don't know anything about physical abuse to her. I can't imagine he would just stop all of a sudden, but I don't know.
Right. I can't imagine someone who spells believe that way thinks that he can get away with a murder for hire. What are you
double
thinking?
murder.
A double murder for hire. What are you thinking?
What are you doing? Anyway. So back up to when Leon approached Taz. Taz was not a violent criminal. He did have a criminal record, like theft charges. But he was actually a decorated veteran. So originally he did ask him to go through with this hit, and Taz was like, no, I'm not killing anyone, not my thing, no way. But Leon offered him a deposit, and Taz said, sure. So he took the money and ran, as you do, which I love.
As you do.
Upon realizing he got hoodwinked, Leon got pissed and went to the bail bondsman who got him out originally and asked him where he could contact Taz. I guess he knew that he knew Taz, because I guess he had.
So was Taz actually a criminal at all?
Yeah. He had theft charges. He had,
That's
small time, nothing violent.
You went to him for a murder. Like he's a petty crime. He's like, what? No,
no.
Go into a store and I take something. I'm not killing 1-2 people.
Especially he persisted with Taz after Taz told him that. He said, no, I'm not killing anyone. That's not my thing. No way. And then he was like, well, what about this money? Here's some money. And he's like, oh, okay, sure, I'll do it.
Right. No, I assumed when you've asked me the first time that you were going to pay me. Otherwise, what's in it for me? So,
right.
Got it.
Right. Again, what part of dipshit don't y'all get? So,
well, I've already looped you in, so it's got to be you.
Yeah. So he's like, damn it. He ran off with my money and I want it back, and he better fulfill the request. So he went to the bail bondsman and said, hey, I need that guy Taz. Gave it his real name. And I have it. I feel like Meza. So sometimes he goes by Zach, but he knew him as Taz. It's a whole thing.
Okay.
So anyway.
I know someone legally named Taz, so I just thought it was his name.
Yeah. No, it's a nickname. But so he told the bail bondsman, like, hey, I need to get in touch with that guy. Tell me how to get in touch with him, because I gave him money to take care of something for me, and he took off. And the bail bondsman is like,
what's that?
What? Okay.
That sounds like an interesting story. Why don't you tell it to me from beginning to end?
Right. So the bail bondsman calls the police and was like, hey, something sketchy just happened. And I feel like this guy is putting out a hit on someone because there's a lot of money involved and someone took off. Here's who took off. Here's Leon's information. Police find Taz. and they give him a deal to become an informant. Taz was like, I was never going to do anything. I'm actually very worried about this woman, but I did take his money and run. I will help y'all out, make it right. So he becomes an informant, and they have him reach back out to Leon being like, no, I didn't run off. I told you I don't murder. So I was getting my guy, waiting for him to get back to me, getting my guy. I heard back, and he is willing to do it. So come meet us at Olive Garden. We'll carry out the plan. You're going to meet my friend A. His name's Adam, and Adam is the undercover cop.
Yeah.
So they have the entire conversation recorded. Then they went to Megan and Mac and told them what was going on and had them pose for pictures showing proof. It is insane. They bound and gagged Megan, and she said her face in the picture, I can't decide if it's scary, but it's not real, so I want to post it. But she does say her face is very genuine. She said when they tied her up to the chair, it hit her that this is actually what he paid someone to do, and she lost it. Yeah. It was like a big mind fuck, and she was sobbing in it, and it's very real.
That would be the scariest part, to get notified that someone's trying to murder you, and we need you to pose for fake death, death pictures.
Yeah. As for Mac, they poured pig's blood all over him, Carrie style, and had him pose slumped over the steering wheel of the car and had a fake bullet in his head. I saw a picture. I need to look more for this one. The picture I saw, he was on the ground. So I don't know if they took a few to see what would look more realistic. But either way, it's pig's blood, and he's lying dead. Insane.
Right.
Leon and Valerie were charged with, and I'm not done because the last part was why I was like, oh my God. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Leon and Valerie were charged with solicitation of capital murder. A few days later, Valerie was released on a $50,000 bond while she awaited trial. Her vet license was suspended, and Mac was given a protective order against her, obviously.
Right.
Leon, however, stayed in jail. He was out on bail when this all happened for assault and stalking Megan. So I think they were like, no more bail for you. You stay put. Valerie's first hearing was scheduled for March 28th, 2017. So about 2 weeks after the arrest. Late Monday morning on March 27th, the day before 2017, police were called to the Willowick, the same high-rise where the arrest had taken place 2 weeks earlier. A building employee had found a body near the pool. It was a woman who had jumped from her balcony to her death. Yeah. It was Valerie McDaniel.
Right.
She left behind about 90 minutes of recorded voice memos on her iPad.
Ooh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, they're all, well, not all of it, but a lot of it is online. As well as notes. I know. As well as notes to her friends and family inside her condo. In the recording, she apologized and said, quote, "It's weird. It wasn't like bam, 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 a progression. Things just gradually happened. I didn't wake up one day and say, hey, I want to kill my ex-husband." So she had been saying, like, I had nothing to do with this. I don't want any of this. She essentially confesses. She's like, I'm sorry for everyone I hurt. She does seem she's in a really dark place. You can tell.
Yeah.
I mean, she's not innocent, but there's a lot of back and forth about, like, also a victim, definitely brainwashed. This guy is a lunatic. She is not innocent though. Like she goes on in those recordings to say, like, I mean, Mac is a narcissist. He, a lot of people were like, he wasn't as bad to her as she said, but I don't know, those cheating scandals seem bad, but not like that. No one deserves murder.
No. And I think I remember, aren't her friends or family interviewed or something? And they're just like, that something was up. This was not her at all. Yes. Like, it really was a switch.
Everyone said that. Like, something in her was different. She was always like the peacemaker. No one, her employees, or clients. Yeah. Her employees, her friends, family, everyone was like, it was so crazy how she is just a totally different person.
Yeah.
And she says in the recordings it's gradual, but they had been dating for a few years, but he isolated her a lot. Like, a lot of her friends were like, we hadn't seen her in forever. She was always very social. Not, like,
Yeah.
It's awful. Like, all around, it's just so weird. Mac
Like
was
she
shocked.
would have never
her
come.
ex-husband was shocked.
Yeah.
Like, I
She would have
mean,
never come to that conclusion without this
right, exactly.
monster in her life. Yeah.
Right. Again, not at all innocent.
No.
But it's just, wow. Leon Jacobs was apparently devastated, saying he really did care for her. The day after she died, he filed a request to the court to attend her funeral. Denied.
No,
you're not going to do that.
no.
Leon's trial began in March 2018, nearly a year after Valerie's death. Everyone testified. Taz, Megan, Mac, Bell Bondsman, his ex-wife, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty slam dunk. They all had recordings. Annie, his ex-wife, recorded his like harassing phone calls.
Yeah.
All of it. The jury deliberated for under an hour.
Good.
Under an hour.
The time it took to walk to the chamber and back. Great.
Right.
Love it.
They had a chat on the way to like down the hall, and they're like, let's just turn around.
Right.
He was sentenced to life in prison. He'll be eligible for parole in 2047 when he's 69 years old. In Megan's victim impact statement, she said, while you sit in jail, I hope you think of me, the girl you called poor and uneducated. It's because of me you'll be in prison for the rest of your life. Because he told someone early on that he like saved her from this lower middle class family out of Pittsburgh. She didn't have a college degree. She was dumb. She was poor.
Oh,
excuse me?
My God.
I bet she could spell believe. So she went on to thrive and he did not.
Yeah. I bet that victim impact statement felt so good. I would love to throw that back in someone's face and say, and guess where you are now? You don't even have a name. You have a number tied to you. What a loser.
And by the way, she was the one paying for the rent in Houston because he didn't have a job.
Don't piss me off.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Asshole.
Don't. Oh.
Poor.
I saved
You're
her.
poor. And, right. The week after. And by the way,
you're poor. You have to trade bread for toilet wine.
After Golda, by the way, his mom loved Megan, like welcomed her
I really
with
like
open
that
arms.
name. I keep thinking.
And she, after Megan broke up with them, like a week later, Leon texted his mom or something and was like, you got to help me, like, take her to the clean. I don't know what he was on a rampage about. And Golda was like, no, I'm so sick of cleaning up your bullshit. Like, you're done for. She had pulled strings. She was on the board of a hospital. So she pulled strings to have him do like odd jobs around the hospital. So that's why he would like go in scrubs and be like, I'm a surgeon.
God.
So, but even that was on and off. Like, I don't even think he could hold that down. So like, Golda was like, I'm done with you. Like, this is ridiculous. You're a loser.
Yes, you are. Wow. I can't get over that. Acting like he like pretty womaned her. Fuck off.
Right.
She's like, I could take care of myself. I don't need you.
So that's the story of a dipshit named Leon Jacob. I don't know if I call it Valerie McDaniel or Leon Jacob. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Wow, that guy's an idiot. Do you have some of his writing samples?
Oh, I wish I could. I don't know how long crayon holds up. So it's probably not scanned into evidence. I don't know.
Damn. Because, I mean, just think about all the typos, all the errors.
Can you imagine being a teacher at Exeter and getting a paper that says, I believe? Even reading it in the article, I was like, wait, what? What's he trying to say?
Yeah, because he doesn't read right, which means he does.
And I was like, oh my God, he believes. Oh, shit.
Those words.
What's the rest of that sentence? What does he believe? And Santa?
Oh, I would love to know. Think about everything at relieve. That rhymes with believe. So God, might blow his fucking mind.
I bet
R-E space leave.
Yeah, it'd be R-E.
Actually, it's R-E leave.
I bet
That's
the
how
I
he
before
spells it.
E thing
Oof.
really blew his mind. He was like, but it's not after a C, is it? Oh, what a dipshit. Junior in high school.
And then he got into Texas. God. Matthew McConaughey, what are you letting this guy in for?
I'm telling you, they had to have donated a shitload.
Building.
A
department.
Y'all, if y'all are in Austin or at Exeter, is there honestly a Jacob Hall, a Leon Jacob library?
Yeah.
Tell me right now, please. If there was, I mean, now it's changed, but maybe there once was. Custom shout out from Julie. This is for my friend Jessica Sprinkles. Yes, that's her real name. Shut
Love
up.
it.
That is like the happiest name. She told me about PATW, and as a huge consumer of true crime, your show is my absolute favorite. That's so nice. Because of you, Jess, I have so many episodes to listen to still. It's like Christmas every day. Jess, you're an incredible human, from a badass mom to a small farm operator and a special ed director. That's amazing.
Oh, that's incredible.
You're simply the best. That's what it says. I threw in the singing, but I bet they sing that to each other. Thank you for being someone I can turn to for parenting advice and for helping me find laughter in life when it's tough. You're the best. I love you. Oh, that's nice.
That is very nice. Jessica Sparkles, you sound positive.
Sprinkles. But you do sound like you sparkle. And I like that.
Yes. Well, okay.
I like that.
I'm sorry, Jessica. You know, Sprinkles, you sound very positive.
Very, very. Thank y'all so much for joining.
Thank you.
I mean, for the shout out. And then patrons: Brittany, Leo, Nikki, Melissa, WK, Lacey, Colleen, Chantel, Cecilia, Rebecca, Brianna, Melissa, Michelle, Tegan, Holly, Rebecca, Amy, Whitney, Susie. Oh my God, I'm getting very excited. Liz, Melanie, Lakin, Alex, Sheena, Groundhog Girl, Abby. Feels like a screen name, and I'm here for that.
I love a screen
Abby,
name.
Maggie, Cassandra, Tanya, Bailey, Kai, Abby, Amari, Mandy, Kate, Josh. And that's it. Okay, sorry. I was like,
oh my God. I lost count at 25, but I think that was around 35. My God.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank y'all.
Thank you so much. Y'all are truly the best.
People
are just
awful. Not. They're just not.
Awful.
It's crazy,
Are we right?
Ugh.
Bye.
Bye.